Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. The Daily Compliance News for August 17, 2023, the Importing Monkeys edition. We begin with that story from the Wall Street Journal, Risk and Compliance Journal. Richard Vandeford reporting that the drug testing company Inotiv faces a SEC probe on its imports from monkeys from Asia, and whether or not the monkey sourcing practices may have violated the FCPA. The SEC sent the company a request for documents regarding their importation of non-human primates. And Inotiv indicates that it's cooperating with the SEC, but it is certainly interesting that the potential importation may involve FCPA issues. First time we've seen that in one claim. Next up, Chile's president shakes up his cabinet amid a corruption probe. The president of Chile, Gabriel Boric, reorganized his cabinet for the third time in a year and a half as accusations of corruption advanced. He has had serious problems with this, and so it's going to be interesting to see what happens to him and his cabinet, whether he'll be able to pull out of this. So Chile was once viewed as a model of non-corruption in the Western Hemisphere, particularly in Latin America, and it's just sinking further and further down into the swamp now. Next up from Reuters, the railroad company BNSF is attempting to settle its biometric privacy case. It, like many companies, violated Illinois' biometric privacy law when it required our employees, or rather truck drivers, to give fingerprints. This was a clear violation of the Illinois law, but in a case which awarded $228 million, a jury award against the company, a federal judge overturned that and ordered a new trial on damages. The freight company also got new counsel involved. If you are doing business in Illinois, you need to be very aware of this law. White Castle had a multi-billion-dollar fine assessed against it for its violations, and now BNSF has come to grief. Our final story comes to us from the Financial Times, and the opinion page, Brooke Masters, writes that the SEC is right in tackling crypto, but it should be wary of overreach. Ms. Masters is one of the top columnists for the Financial Times. I would say financial columnists, but almost all of the columnists for the FT, of course, are financial columnists. So the whole world is watching literally to see what the SEC will do, when they will do it, and how they will do it. And in this, in many ways, will determine the fate of legitimate crypto and its ability to do business in the West and the United States going forward. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.